guys, welcome back to another episode of Not So Super Fan. And today we're gonna talk about something I usually don't, and it's gonna be about Colin Kaepernick. I got my boy Chris here. So
what's going on?
Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the whole situation right now, Colin Kaepernick, the Ravens, Dolphins, and a few other teams are talking about him getting drafted. Some people feel like he shouldn't be drafted because of the whole kneeling situation. And some people feel like he should be drafted. What's his name? The Sherman.
Yeah.
Feels like the NFL, the team owners are cowards because they're not drafting Kaepernick. And a lot of people have different feelings about it. So.
I mean, the problem I think now with like America is that everyone wants to say you should accept everyone's opinion, but I disagree with that. I think it doesn't make sense. I think people they're contradicting themselves, hypocrites. Because if I have an opinion and I say it and you don't like it, then I'm the bad guy. But if I have an opinion that everybody else agrees with, then it's okay. So to me, I'm like, this man, if that's what he wants to do, if he kneels, whatever, that's what he does. Like, if you found that person disrespectful, I'm sure there's things you did today or last week that somebody else found disrespectful. What's that mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that we should be like, I'm not even a fan of Kaepernick like that, but I mean, like, for that, to me, I don't take offense like, oh, you kneeled during it. There's a lot of reason behind why he kneeled, and the problem is nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to listen to why. They're like, no, you have to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always, if you don't do it my way, then you're blackballed. That's what America does now. That's why, to me, I laugh, because it's so funny. We got to be so touchy about everything. You could do whatever, as long as it's appealing to the mass, then it's okay. But if you disagree with the mass, you're done for. You have no opinion, don't say nothing, or your life's on the line. I don't agree with that. I think it makes no sense. And whoever watches this video, you're probably gonna disagree with me. You're probably the hater. the same concept. Like, you gotta take a look in the mirror sometimes. Like, just because somebody says what's on their heart, that don't mean they're wrong. Listen to it. Maybe they got feelings behind that. Everybody has different opinions and stuff.
And mind you, he served in the armed forces.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people who served in the armed forces who are not as patriotic as you think. There's a lot of people in the armed forces who probably side with Kaepernick on a lot of things. So while people speak up for the people, I think you should just kind of analyze the situation. If you have an opinion, that's great. You don't agree, that's great. That's fine. I mean, like, that's your opinion. I'm not mad at you. If you think you should stand, I'm not mad at you. If you want to kneel, I'm not mad at you. Not unless you say some disrespectful stuff. That's the problem. But if you have an opinion, let's talk about it. People don't talk no more.
People just put out their thought. They feel offended about, hey, he's not leaning for the flag.
Yeah.
He's un-American, unpatriotic. The way I feel, he's doing the American thing, which is protesting something wrong, which is what Americans always do, stood for what's wrong. But him doing that, because it's, in a way, like, it's like the country got their priorities all
mixed
wrong.
All mixed up.
It's like a few weeks, like this week going on, the whole shark video coming out. People shooting sharks.
People shot sharks?
Yeah. People dragging sharks out the sea. You know, it's ridiculous. But people are all up in arm about it. Or animal cruelty this. And say this kid, black kid, Hispanic kid, gets shot. Even a white kid gets shot by the police, and people go out there and protest. Like, oh, you don't like cops, you this, you that. Race, it's not a race thing, but it's like the priorities don't match, you know?
Like, first of all, there's something wrong with people. Like, I everyone's different, I get it, but I don't have like an inclination to go and start like killing squirrels. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something like, why would I start killing squirrels? Like, that doesn't make no sense. Like,
I almost ran over one time.
Like, yeah, you almost hit one, but now you're about to hit every squirrel you see. Like, there's stuff like we look at as people like, yo, that's crazy or wrong. So that's how we got to look at things. I think, like, okay, let's look at it and let's talk about it. Why is that person killing squirrels like that? You saying, like, why you have a mandate out to kill as many squirrels as you can? Same with sharks. I don't understand. we live in South Florida. There's an ocean. There's sharks, all that. I don't mess with the shark because I feel like if I go in the ocean, I'm in the shark's domain. So I don't mess with it like that. But I know other people like. I like the beach. But if you say there's shark, I'm not going in there.
Nah, it's just people literally go and like you know how people go fishing.
Right.
And
well, why sharks? Do they eat it?
Sports.
Sport. I don't understand that. And I'm sorry if you're a shark hunter or a fisher. Like to me, I only buy what I'm gonna eat.
That's why if somebody go on a safari, go hunt lions or
why
whatever.
Would you hunt a lion?
You get killed by one of those animals.
That's your fault.
I know it's wrong, but
that's your fault. You go hunt one of them animals that's not messing with you, and you get bit. That's your fault. That's your fault. That's not the animal's fault.
Jumping way up. All right. Do you feel like Kaepernick should get drafted?
Yeah. Why not?
Because right now the Dolphins are talking about picking.
Think about it like this. The
Dolphin needs him, and I know a lot of Dolphin fans out there that feel like. Because I spoke to a guy at work today. I'm like, how do you feel about Kaepernick? Like, I don't want him. The Kaepernick suck. Like, I'm like,
they weren't saying that a couple of years ago. I'm not a Kaepernick fan, but people weren't talking reckless like that.
But it's like the guy, how much he gave $10 million to.
But outside of that, it's a job. You're gonna tell me
getting sued for convicted felons so they could try to get jobs. You don't see that happening, you know. The guy is using his own money to help other people, but just because he lean, because there's an injustice going on, people don't see that. One thing I always loved about this country before I came to the U.S. is like, you know, U.S. always stood for the right thing, you know. But it's like now everybody, like I said before, has their priorities confused. All right, or they want to hear what they want to hear. Let's see, look what happened with the whole Lil Duval thing this week. He said
oh snap,
if he sleeps with a transgender woman but he doesn't know about it and find out later on after, and he said after he finds out, but people, it's like people didn't hear that part. After the fact that he sleeps with that transgender woman, he's gonna be dead.
But I mean, you know what the thing is, and this is people aren't real with themselves. That's the only thing I don't like. Like, I'm not agreeing to kill somebody, but you still got to remember, this man is responding out of an emotion from a direct question, right? Who's to say if he's gonna kill? I don't agree with that. I'm not gonna kill nobody. I'd be tight. I promise you that. If I was in that situation,
would be tight.
Thankfully I'm not. Anybody who feels betrayed by any situation, you feel hurt. So if you act brand new and be like, oh, well, you should do better and have the best reaction first, stuff that, I don't agree with you, because when something happens to you, you're not the one who just reacts out of the kindness of your heart and forgets what was done to you. That's why we have this crazy stuff that goes on in the U.S. So I mean, let's not be funny, but I mean, to me, if you're in that world, the transgender world or whatever, and you're in that business, I would say I shouldn't say business. I'm sorry. I'm talking about like if you are even if you're in the single world and you sleeping around doing that stuff, be clear with people. I think that's why it's important for people to kind of know where they're going in relationship stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's important, because if not, betrayal will happen. And I don't want to touch on, if you're a transgender, because you're a human regardless. Humans have emotions. I think people need to be clear with that. Like, if you go do something that can set yourself up for failure, the consequences of that, you ultimately got to live with that, just like the other person. So I think clear communication, so nobody's put in that position. If you or any community, whatever, I don't really go into that stuff. Like, to me, I'm like person. I don't treat people bad. So I don't care what community you belong to. I'm not gonna treat you bad. I'm not gonna just straight up try and kill you. But I could tell you, if I felt betrayed in any way, shape, or form, I would be hurt. I'm married and I'm grateful for it. But I'm saying that for me, I would, in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, for people who may struggle with this situation, like, if you're not in a relationship, you should ask these questions before you engage in anything, right?
That's the thing. It's like now you probably gonna date. If you're in the dating world, it's like some guys probably like wondering, do I have to ask this person for a birth certificate now?
Hey, listen, people, this is what I'm saying. You do whatever you want to do, but if you want this world where you're out there sleeping around doing whatever, there's consequences, good or bad. Consequences can be good or bad to your action. So if you go out there and you getting with people like that, yo, if something happens like that, you're responsible for that. You got to get to know the person's name. That's why first, what's it called? Sleeping at the first night. How do you call that?
What? One night stand.
One night stand. You keep doing one night stands. You're gonna keep getting set up. Whether you know what I'm saying, not set up, but like if you. But you get what I'm saying? Like get to know the person. Then you wouldn't be in that situation.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Like, look, this is a situation. All right, you get to know the person, right? You go on dates, nothing happened. Go on a few days, months, and you finally get to do it. After you done, when you got to know the person, their likes and their dislikes, you're in love with that person. Then you go and have sexual intercourse with that person. Then a few days later, that's foul. My name was Charles.
That's foul.
Come on.
But that's why you should wait till you're married. That's why you should wait till you're married. Get to know them. Go see this. I got an answer to that already. You should meet the parents. See some pictures when they were a kid. Get to know the person before you put yourself in a position to feel betrayed. Because I bet if this dude, who was it? What was the dude who it all started with? Bobby Valentino. And Bobby Valentino seen kid pictures, got to know the parents. I bet you he would have knew.
But he's an artist, so
it don't matter.
He has parties.
That's his fault. That's his fault. That's his fault. That's his fault. So he can't kill. That's his fault. If you fall into that situation.
But he's from Atlanta. You never
don't matter.
He probably was sweet already.
It don't matter. You throw a shot. It don't matter.
But people thought that already. You know.
Listen. That's why you should get to know the family. That's why you should get to know the person. That's why you should wait till you're married. That way.
But they say his title, his new album title is called Peach Moon. Apparently that's a paraphrase for, peaches is for that's a term for gay, for vagina, and moon is like butt. It's like vagina, butt, peach moon.
Get to know the person. I feel like if you take those steps on both sides, you're gonna set yourself up for a lot less hurt and a lot less betrayal if you get to know the person. That's a fact. Get to know the person. Why? That's the main problem. Think about it. Nowadays, we want things like this, right? And I'm not talking about just sex. I'm talking about anything in general. Pause for a second. Think of it like this. Remember internet back in the day when you had like DSL? Remember that dial-up? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you got the faster internet. Think about it. Sometimes you had to wait, and now you got internet like that. But think about it. Take your time. Like, it's not always. You don't gotta rush into that. You don't. I just listen. I would just take my time.
No, but it's just like the whole Kaepernick situation. People see what they want to see and hear what they want to hear.
You still gotta take your time.
Dude goes online, see a girl with a big butt, and knowing that it's fake already, titties fake already, and they pursue that, but not knowing the person's background. If she was a man, or she's a murderer, or she's a thief. They don't know. They just go for what they see.
That's your fault.
And when we jump back to Kaepernick, the guy's kneel, and he even said himself, he has nothing against the military. He's kneeling because of injustice going on with the police force and how certain black people are being treated.
Right. And the thing is, I don't disagree with what Kaepernick did. Anybody who takes a stand for something, I'm not mad at you. But you have to know when you take that stand, especially being in this country, you gotta wait. You gotta wait on those consequences, good or bad. In this country, especially nowadays. If somebody don't like that joint, and they may have a voice or they made it sound funny, that's how. Then everybody has an opinion, and whether that opinion sways your way or the other way. So no matter what, even this video, somebody could get tight from this video, and all of a sudden they could either make it a meme, or that's a good meme, or they could slander my name and be like, this person's the worst person I've ever met. Whatever, that could happen. I don't care, really, because I don't care.
You shouldn't get tired about it. It's just a conversation. And the thing is, once again, people will go and hear what they want to hear.
Of course.
The guy clearly said he has nothing against military, but people don't see injustice. Certain people, and there's black people in this too. Black people, it's not only white people that do this. Certain black people, they hide behind the fact that there is injustice going on. Now, I'm not saying there's not black people out there doing stupid things, but there's also innocent, right? They're getting killed for the wrong thing, getting convicted for the wrong thing, and there's nobody saying nothing about it, because right now the whole justice system is becoming a business.
I got an idea. Some people may get offended. Handle your business the right way. don't put yourself in a position where you could be questioned. And you could be questioned. I've been in there plenty of situations where I had nothing to do with nothing. I'm leaving a college dorm and I get put in handcuffs. So I know it's real. I know it's very real. But imagine if us super predators or whatever you want to call us, I know this dude. Imagine if we are all on our job handling business. Then you pull me over and you shoot me. You don't got no, he had some child support back in the day. Nothing. It's a clean record. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, no matter what, there's evil in this world. That's a fact. So I mean, it sucks. But we gotta think of better solutions versus just getting out and start screaming and whatever. I mean, people picket, people do that stuff, yeah, but some people just gotta learn how to let them freestyle on this too, like, because these kind of conversations I think are good, because sometimes we have a lot to say as people, but how do we say it? If you say it with just think about it. If someone starts screaming at you, how well do you respond to them versus when someone's talking to you? Just think about that. Like, and I'm not saying you could voice the things the way you want to voice them, but what I realized that my voice has been heard when I knew how to communicate it versus me getting mad and crazy and throwing stuff or whatever the case may be. So I think that should be another video on how to clearly communicate. A lot of people don't know how to clearly communicate. We're in a society now. If I don't like what you say, I snap and I get mad and I go on social media. That's not even, and you didn't even talk to the person, you just blow their name.
People don't wait for the facts, they just go for what they hear, or they'll wait to hear from somebody else and go judge.
Yeah, seriously. That's another video. We shouldn't even, that's another video. And that's another video. Because,
about to end this. You feel like Kaepernick, he's not in the room, but he should get drafted. He shouldn't be blackballed.
I think he should be drafted. I think that he should also be ready for the repercussions if he doesn't.
Of course, there's gonna be a repercussion. People are gonna boo if he gets drafted. People are gonna boo.
He took a bold stance. That's the thing. He took an unpopular stance on something, which I think I agree with why he did it, right? But maybe the platform. That's the thing. Like at your job, you don't go and.
But don't you think the platform he chose? Because there's so. Remember, football. That's the American thing. People sit down. A lot of people sit down at home and watch it. Maybe he chose that platform for a reason that maybe people are gonna pay attention, but he's gonna get the wrong.
Do you not think that this man's social media has millions of followers? He could have. You got to think what you're doing, because how Jay-Z said, people from a distance can't tell who is who. When you go in front of a bunch of people who are there to watch a sport and you make a political statement, you already ruffled feathers. That's a fact. Versus you play the game and on your social media, whatever platform, any way that you can stand up for things, you do. That's why I think people got offended, because the same thing for me, like in say people don't stand up for the national anthem. Like, to me, I'm like, yo, like, I didn't want to sit in the sun and sweat for you to be disrespectful. When I see people burn the American flag, that takes me somewhere. Like, that really offends me.
Once again, he served in the armed forces.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that offends me. So I get where people are like, that's offensive. So I don't think anybody should be allowed to burn the flag if you live here. That's my personal opinion.
No, you shouldn't disrespect.
You shouldn't disrespect. If you live here, like, you live here. I don't care if you don't like it. You live here. So the freedom that you get to do that, like, yo, think
in
about
other countries, you get killed for
seriously.
Stuff like that.
So that's why I'm like, if you would have chose a different platform, I think it would have been received differently. Because Colin Kaepernick was not saying anything different than other people. There's so many people who took that platform and was like, I don't agree with that, or I do agree. But the fact that you went on the football field and you kneeled, that caused attention, and people they didn't get to talk to you, first of all. Then you get a 45-second clip of what your thoughts were on it, because that's how the news does it. They chop and screw everything.
Yeah, and he had more to say, too.
Of course. So that's
and the
what
thing
I'm saying.
is, he had, remember, the guy had more, he had more to lose than anybody else. You know, he's basically losing his career. Yeah. And he probably can't go certain places now, you know, with his family, his wife, you know, his blackball. And another thing, the NFL, it's like the NFL is using that to blackball him to intimidate other players.
And you know, it's a crazy thing, like, that's why I say, people say freedom of speech, you should be able to do what you want to do, but as soon as you do it, and they don't like that joint, yo, you're out of here. And that's why I find hypocritical, because all these other communities that want to support things, boom, you say something, we got to get on it. You say something against it, I can't believe you, hate crime. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just see
it's like, and other country will view will view this country like, wow, do I need to take a chance to come to America, a country where I can make it? Yeah. Do I need to take the chance and risk my life and my family's life because I look different to come to this country?
I just think that American people, like, because the country of America is made up by the people. You need to choose like a foundation. That's the problem. Like, there's no. It's like you walking on like sand and eggshells. Like, can I say this? Can I buy this? Can I do this? Somebody might put me on social media. Like, people don't have a solid platform, and that's another video in itself. Like, people don't even know what they represent. They just go by emotions. And think about emotions like your appetite. When you're hungry, you make totally different decisions than when you're not hungry. When you're mad, you make totally different decisions than when you're happy. And the problem is that America makes so many emotional decisions, and then five days later, I want to take this back, or I want to apologize. What the heck? Why couldn't you wait 5 days to say what you wanted to after the emotions kind of calmed down? But I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of things that we could talk about. I mean, this is a good platform, man.
Well, guys, this is a way deviation from what I usually do, reaction movie reviews. I just wanted to
We're about to do a movie review after this.
Later on, Dark Tower again. Well, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna put a link down below to my boy's Instagram channel. He's gonna put out a YouTube channel soon. It's about lifestyle and everything else.
Fitness, nutrition, talking about real stuff. Like,
so
yeah,
hit him up, and I'm gonna put a link down below to his Instagram. Well, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I know there's gonna be a lot of you haters that's gonna comment and stuff,
Yeah, I'm just gonna block you.
I'm not even gonna block you. I'm gonna let people get back at you.
I'm gonna block you. If you talk crazy, just don't write me. I don't care. So I'll just block you. Don't just keep it to yourself. Tell somebody else.
Well, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be coming back at you with more reviews and reaction.